The Guru-paduka Stotram is a powerful set of well-known devotional verses that glorify the sacred padukas of the Guru. Why are the padukas or sandals sacred? Because of association with the feet of the Guru. In the Vedic culture, the Guru as well as his or her feet are worshipped. The feet represent the path taken by the teacher, the path prescribed by the Vedas of a life of Dharma and Moksha. We have reverence for what we value. We have reverence for what we wish to become. We have reverence for the Guru, for his or her wisdom and blessings, and hence, by extension, we have reverence for the Guru's feet too. The Guru-paduka Stotram was composed by Sri Swami Satchidananda Shivabhinava Narasimha Bharati, the 33rd Shankaracharya of Sringeri, the pontiff from 1879 to 1912. He composed it in praise of his Guru, Sri Swami Ugra Narasimha Bharati. Since then, this stotram resonates with everyone who has a Guru. My beloved Guru, Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati ji, bless me with everything, including his padukas, which I worship every day. The verses in this stotram describe the glory of the Guru-padukas and how they have the power to bless the devotee student. In all the 9 verses, the 4th line is Namo Namaha Shri Guru-padukabhyam. Our repeated Namaha, salutations, prostrations, to the 2 sandals of my teacher. The word Padukabhyam is in the 4th case, dual for the pair of sandals. Most of the adjectives qualifying the padukas are word compounds in Sanskrit, which describe the qualities of the Guru and how a seeker's life transforms with a Guru's grace. We begin. Ananta samsara samudratara naukayitabhyam guru bhaktidabhyam vairagya samrajyata pujanabhyam namo namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru, which serve as a boat to cross this seeming shoreless ocean of samsara, and which grant us the devotion and wealth of objectivity to those who worship them. Ananta samsara samudra. Our life and the suffering that results from day-to-day living is compared to an endless ocean. Why endless? Because no matter how much one achieves, how much one experiences, our persistent refrain is, I am not enough. I do not have enough. This cycle of becoming is endless until one can break free. How? Tara nauka yitabhyam. To cross this ocean, we require a boat. To cross the ocean of life, we require grace. Ishvara Kripa, which helps us find a Guru. Guru Kripa, who helps us learn the Shastra. Atma Kripa, the grace of oneself to navigate all the blessings of tailwinds and the conflicting currents of Dharma, Artha and Kama in one's life. The Guru's grace helps us even identify the different Kripa in our lives and helps us channelize it. Incidentally, traditional sandals are made up of wood and wood float in water. So, which is a boat that we require? Guru Bhakti Dabhyam, the boat of devotion and worship to the Guru's sandals, which is an extension of the love and devotion for the Guru and what he or she teaches and the values that he or she stands for. As one does acts of care, applies the teachings of the Shastra, and implements the instructions of the Guru, one becomes more open and loving. One drops resistance to life and surrenders to what is. The Upanishads proclaim, Acharyavan Purushaha Vedaha. The one who has an acharya knows the truth. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. The one who has Shraddha gains knowledge, says Bhagavan Krishna in the Gita. Despite being avatars, Sri Krishna's guru was Rishi Sandipani and Sri Rama's guru was Rishi Vasishtha. The role of a guru and the devotion to the guru dissolves the limited ahankara of the person, allowing for surrender and learning. Vairagya Samrajya Pujanabhyam. The Guru can bless a devotee with both materialistic samrajyam and spiritual vairagyam wealth when they are worshipped. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I, again and again, do namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru. Kavitva Shineshakarabhyam Daurbhagyadavam Buddhamalikabhyam Duri Krita Namra Vipattatibhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru, which are like the full moon for the surging ocean of poetry and knowledge, which are the garland of rain-bearing clouds that put out the scorching fire of samsara and which remove the distress of those that worship them. Kavitva Varashi Nishakarabhyam. Kavi is a poet, and the word also stands for Duradarshi, the one who can see afar due to his or her wisdom. Kavitva Varashi is an ocean of poetry, knowledge, and literary splendor, while Nishakarabhyam, the Guru-padukas, which are like the full moon. My Guru is an ocean of wisdom, and his or her padukas or sandals are like the full moon for the surging ocean of wisdom. Daurbhagya davam buddha malikabhyam. All the misfortunes, daurbhagya of life, are compared to the forest fire. Because of natural friction, fire is induced in dry wood and spreads very fast depending on the wind. This raging forest fire of our bad luck and misfortune can only be put out by natural rain and hence Ambuddha Malika, continuous rain. Duri Krita Namra Vipattati Bhyam. The disciple devotee is battling the constant stream of adversities at the level of family, work, health, money, and you name it. The Guru's blessings, guidance, teaching, and just presence are represented by the Guru's sandals. And hence the grace of my Guru's padukas will remove the stream of adversities. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru. Natayayo Shri Patitam Samiyuhu Kadachidapyashu Daridravaryaha Mukascha Vachaspatitam Hitabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru, the worship of which transforms quickly even the worst of the poverty-stricken to gain the nature of Lord of Shri, becoming possessors of great wealth, and which transform the mute ones into eloquent speakers, Vachaspati, endowed with Vak Shakti. Natayayoho, those who do namaskara to the Guru-padukas, Shri Patitam Samiyuhu, gain the nature of the Lord of Shri. Kadachidapyashu, even if they are Daridravaryaha, those afflicted by poverty, will gain wealth instantly, even if they worship the sandals only once. Poverty is of different forms. We may be poor in wealth. We may be poor in our network of supportive relationships. We may be poor in the time at hand. We may be poor in health. We may be poor in embodying dharmic qualities or Daivi Sampattihi. We may be poor in managing our minds. Whatever be the poverty, Guru's grace will make us rich in all ways. Mukashcha vachas patitam hitabhyam. Even the mute ones are transformed into eloquent, articulate speakers. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru. Nalika-nikasha-padartabhyam nana-vimohadi-nivarikabhyam namajjanabhishtatati-pradabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru, which are the beautiful lotus feet capable of removing delusion, sorrow, etc., born of ignorance, and which grant countless blessings to those who do namaskara to them. Nalika nikasha padartabhyam. The beauty of the lotus is that it blossoms in the pond without seeking to run away from it, but rises above the waters, remaining untouched. My Guru's padukas are beautiful lotus-like feet, which bless me. How? Nana vimohadi nivarikabhyam. I have varieties of binding karma, desires born of apurnata, incompleteness, which is born of avidya, ignorance. My Guru's grace helps me see that my sense of inadequacy is not due to having less, but is related to what I have concluded about myself, that I am not enough. My Guru's grace helps me see my unchanging reality, thus removing all the confusions related to my self-condemning judgments, and thus frees me from sorrow. Namajjana bhishta tati pradabhyam. Those janaha, people who do namaha to the padukas, are granted abhishtatati, plenty of desires. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskaras to the sacred sandals of my Guru. Dripali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti Sarid Viraja Chashakanyakabhyam Ripat Vadabhyam Nataloka Panktehe Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskaras to those sacred padukas of my Guru, which shine like the precious gem adorning the crown of a king, which are lustrous like the river in which the mermaids are dancing, and the sacred padukas elevate the rows of people, bowing to them to the status of kings. Such is the glory of the padukas that even the impossible becomes possible. Dripali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti. The author knows that his Guru is also the Rajaguru, the Guru of kings. As kings, Dripa come forward and do namaskara. The Guru comes down to bless the kings who are standing in rows on both sides. On each king's head there is a mauli, a crown studded by ratna, gems. From the gems, the kanti, radiance, is spreading all over. And the brilliance doesn't just come from one gem, but from the rows of brilliant crowns, which look like a flow of radiance. Sarid Viraja Chashakanyakabhyam. Just like Sarit, a big river, has its two banks, the Guru's padukas appear like Chashakanyaka, two mermaids swimming through the river. And what do? Ripat vadabhyam nataloka panktehe. Ripat vadabhyam blesses people with kingship and power. Who are these people? Nataloka panktehe, to those lines of people who have offered their namaskara. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskaras to the sacred sandals of my Guru. Papandhakararka paramparabhyam tapatraya hindra khageshwarabhyam jadyabdhi samshoshana vadavabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to those sacred sandals of my Guru, which are like the row of suns that remove the darkness of ignorance, which are like an eagle for the serpent-like afflictions of samsara, and like the great fire which dries up the ocean of ignorance. Papa Andhakara Arka Paramparabhyam. The Guru's Padukas are compared to a row of suns, which are capable of destroying the thick darkness of the student, which is like Papa. Why Papa? Due to the darkness of ignorance and hence a sense of finitude and limitation, the person does karma that goes against dharma. The person is affected and afflicted by pain from three sources: adhyatmika tapaha, pain from one's own body or mind like sickness or depression; adhibhautika tapaha, pain from the elements and elementals or bugs and people who bug us; adhidaivika tapaha, pain from supernatural sources over which we have no control, like floods, lightning, etc. All that scientists can do is give us a warning beforehand, but nothing can be done to prevent them. These three sources of tapa are compared to huge poisonous snakes. Ahindra is like the king of serpents, and Khageshwara refers to the eagle Garuda, who is the king of birds. Tapatraya Hindra Khageshwarabhyam. The Guru's Padukas are like Garuda that will destroy the snakes, which are in the form of these afflictions. Jadyabhi Samshoshanavadavabhyam. Jadya is insentience and Abdhi is an ocean. Ignorance here is compared to a huge ocean due to which we keep making self-judgments and other judgments, leading to samshoshana, suffering. Who will destroy this ignorance? Only a Vadavaha, a huge underground fire that can dry up the ocean of ignorance. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskara to the sacred padukas of my Guru. Shamadhi Shatka Pradavaibhavabhyam Samadhidana Vratadikshidabhyam Ramadhavangri Sthira Bhaktidabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskara to those sacred padukas of my Guru, which grant us the wealth of the six qualities, beginning with Shama, etc., which have as though taken a vow to bless all with the wealth of Samadhi, and which blesses the devotees with steadfast devotion to the feet of Lord Vishnu. Shamadhi Shatkaha refers to the sixfold qualifications beginning with Shama, etc. These are Shama, mastery of the mind; Dama, restraint of the organs; Titiksha, forbearance; Uparati, performing one's Swadharma; Samadhanam, one-pointedness; and Shraddha, trust in the Guru and Shastra. Having these qualities in sufficient measure is considered as wealth which we must invest in and multiply. Shamadhi Shatka Pradavaibhavabhyam. The Guru's sacred padukas, Pradaha, endow me with the wealth of these sixfold qualifications. By observing my Guru, by learning from my Guru, by practicing these qualities, by sustaining my commitment to practicing these qualities, I am enriched and blessed. Samadhi Dana Vratadikshidabhyam. Vratadikshita is one which has undertaken a vow. The Padukas have almost taken a vow that whoever offers namaskara will be blessed with knowledge. In due course of time, there is Chitta Shuddhihi, purification of the mind, which leads to a deeper desire for Vedanta Shravanam, which leads to knowledge, which is moksha. Ramadhavangri Sthira Bhaktidabhyam. Ramadhav is the Lord of Shri, that is Vishnu. while angry are feet. Sthira Bhakti is a steadfast devotion. The Guru's sacred Padukas bless the devotees with steadfast devotion to the feet of Lord Vishnu. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskara to the sacred Padukas of my Guru. Swarja Paranam Akhileshtadabhyam Swaha Sahayaksha Dhurandharabhyam Swantacha Bhava Pradapujanabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to those sacred Padukas of my Guru, which grants all the wishes of those devoted disciples and which grants Chitta Shuddhi to those who do puja. Swarcha Paranam, those who are committed to the worship of the Padukas. Akhileshtadabhyam, bestows all the wishes of the devotees. Swarcha Paranam Akhileshtadabhyam, my Guru's sacred sandals bestow all the wishes of those who regularly worship them. Swaha Sahayaksha Dhurandharabhyam. Swaha is Agni's wife, Sahaya is referring to Agni. The one for whom the eye is Agni and the other two eyes are the sun and the moon is Shiva. Dhurandhara is the one which carries, that is, devotees of Bhagwan Shiva. The Guru's sandals carry Bhagwan Shiva, who is none other than the Guru. Swantacha Bhava Pradapujanabhyam. Swantaha is Antakarana, or the inner instrument, that is the mind. Acha Bhavaha is clean. The puja of the Padukas bestows Chitta Shuddhihi, purification of the mind, rendering it free from the spell of raga and dvesha, cravings and aversions. That grace helps one discover one's seemingly hidden real nature. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskara to the sacred Padukas of my Guru. Kamadi Sarpa Vrajagarudabhyam Viveka Vairagya Nidhi Pradabhyam Bodha Pradabhyam Dhruta Mokshadabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. I again and again do namaskara to those sacred Padukas of my Guru, which are like the eagle Garuda for the serpent-like desires. The Padukas which bless us with the treasure of Viveka, discrimination, and Vairagya, dispassion and knowledge, which bless us quickly with moksha. Kamadi Sarpa Vrajagarudabhyam. Kamadi Sarpa, binding desires and the resulting anger when desires are not fulfilled, eventually lead to confusion and loss of learning for the person. All that learning that one has acquired is not available when the person needs it the most, and hence kama, binding desire, etc. are like a dangerous serpent. Only an eagle, Garuda, can tame or destroy the serpent. The Guru's teachings bless the devotee to distill millions of desires into a handful of life priorities by aligning them with Dharma. For example, earning money is important, but how best to earn, invest, save, and spend such that one is able to fulfill all of one's roles requires a deep level of guidance. The Guru's Padukas are like Garuda to the multitude of snake-like desires by showing that the root cause of desires is ignorance and provides the solution through knowledge. Viveka Vairagya Nidhi Pradabhyam. Viveka is the discrimination between what is timeless and what is time-bound, and hence there is no reason to anchor oneself on what is temporary and time-bound, and hence chase it. One would rather turn one's attention to what is enduring and timeless. Vairagya is the objectivity that arises from growing out of a binding need for pleasure, either here or in the afterlife. The Guru's Padukas, blessed student devotee, with the treasure of both Viveka, that's clear thinking, and Vairagya, objectivity, which are essential qualifications for Vedanta. Thus, with all the blessings acquired and suitably qualified, finally, the Guru's Padukas are those Bodha Pradabhyam, which grant knowledge, when Dhruta Mokshadabhyam, which bless with moksha quickly. The blessings and grace of the Guru help us discover the fullness that we have always been, but never knew. Namo Namah Shri Guru-padukabhyam. My namaskara again and again to the sacred padukas of my Guru. And thus our namaskara to the sacred Guru Shishya Parampara. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.